Serving at 1-2 in the second. Winner of this match to meet either David Ferrer, the 17th seed, or Dominic Rabati, 15th seed. Let's just see racket versus ball on that swing vision, John.
With a wooden racket, it's the racket itself that would bend and move. But you see, that thing stays nice and sturdy, and the ball gets distorted.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that again.
Yeah, ball taking a severe beating here.
The racket stays true.
Server has lost only 1 point this set. And another hold at love. 2-all. Well, a lot of you love to stay up late and watch Dave, and he's got a Labor Day late show, all new. And later this month, look for Gwyneth Paltrow, George Clooney, Terry Hatcher, and more. Dave's all new, all this coming week on America's most watched network.
Just in case Hewitt tracked it down. He wasn't going to take any chances. Look how good his footwork is, the way he hustles and gets himself ready to hit a ball and gets himself in a winning position.
Breaks the string of 16 straight points. Dent on his serve. 4 consecutive games without losing a point.
So I'd like to see the sense of urgency from Dent, some intensity. The crowd can rally behind him. I mean, obviously they had Blake yesterday, had Andre, Ginepri last night won.
And Lindsay Davenport.
They're looking for the Americans to move on. I mean, he's got to just show the people he wants it to mean more.
Double fault for Dent is his third. In the red shirt is his father, Phil. Elliot Telcher in the blue cap white shirt, and that's his friend Tom Lloyd in the black hat. Travels with him, hitting partner.
He hasn't got a specific coach, Taylor Dent. He says he's pretty much working on his own.
Oh, we're on serve in the second set with Petrova rallying in that tiebreak to take the lead.
Dent is going to be moving to Sarasota. Just bought a big old house there. And he's very proud of it. That's a terrible error. And he's going to be training at the IMG Academy, Nick Balateri's place. And I like the sound of that, because he has a lot of fitness issues and health problems, and that is just...
That could cost you the set if you hit a miss like that. This break point. He's been through at least 10 coaches, and he's, I think, 24.
Yep. Do that more, I think, Taylor. And I think he's got to chip and charge down the middle against the Hewitt serve as well. Just go right down the middle and force Hewitt to create an angle, because Taylor has got one of the very best volleys around. One of the very few and very best volleys around. He can handle some tough volleys. He could react to Hewitt's shots if he goes down the middle.
Good second serve. He needed it. He's serving only 43% first serves in this set.
He's only been 47 coming into this. And he had 23 double faults coming into this. The fact is, when he gets that first serve in, he has a tremendous effectiveness rate.
Good hold, saves a breaker. On serve in the second. Hewitt in the lead. To serve, up a set, 2-3 in the second against Taylor Dent. Tough spot on that far side. Noonday sun is in the middle of your toss. He misses on that lob.
That may turn out to be a huge turn of events, that let cord that Dent got on break point down. Luck is often a factor in winning a big event.
15.
Look at the vital statistics.
Well, neither player has served particularly well so far. Hewitt got the good start. They've been evenly matched since, but he gave away the first set. Dent just didn't look like he was ready to play in the beginning. Hewitt was sharper. A little anger might do him good right now.
Did you feel you played better when you were mad?
Most of the time, yeah. Until I had kids. After I had kids, it didn't. It wasn't setting as good
I
an
don't need to
example.
know all that.
14.
You asked.
That's right. Well, I thought maybe it was a whole metabolic change. Petrova and Vaitasova in a tense battle over at Armstrong. Three all, second set. And we remind you that Mondays this fall, CBS presents a new comedy about a family of doctors who can't take care of themselves. Out of Practice premieres September 19th on America's most watched network, CBS. What a day. Labor Day weekend promises to be more of the same tomorrow. Well, Mary Carrillo, as kids, you played as a mixed doubles team. Was he better when he was mad?
I got to tell you, and he had plenty of reason to get aggravated when he was playing next to me, but John never lost his cool in one mixed doubles match he played.
He did have a different doubles personality, as I recall, than he did in
Very
singles.
different. Very, very different.
Yeah, there he is.
I believe in supporting the team and being positive. You know,
It's true.
And at times, I think it actually hurt me, Dick, that would get too down on myself and not appreciate the moment enough. How great it is to have you call a job as a tennis player. When you were with the team, it was easier for me to be positive. That's why I love Davis Cup so much. Play for your country, rally around the troops, a couple of your teammates. Well done. This is a 6-3-3 all, so needless to say, it's a critical time for him, and that is about as good as you can do there. Athletic move by Dent.
There was that volley right into the body of Hewitt you were talking about, Mary.
It's funny because Don Budge called me when I'd lost to Lendl a number of times in a row. Just great guy and friend, and said, John, why don't you try to attack up the middle, take away his angle? And that very match, I ended up beating him.
And another hold by Dent, playing tough tennis against the number 3 seed, Lleyton Hewitt. Studied him here at the USTA National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadows. Play continues here with Taylor Dent and Lleyton Hewitt. Hewitt, who made it to the finals last year to be destroyed by Roger Federer. 2 love sets for Federer.
In the last 6 majors Lleyton Hewitt has played in, it's taken the eventual champion to beat him. Kind of like him in the first weeks of these things, and here's the draw.
Watch out for the fin on the bottom. Jarkko Nieminen. Lots of sisu going there.
Boy, I tell you, Lleyton Hewitt kept his cool nicely there. Dent trying to throw him off. You see, yep, it's not easy to beat Hewitt. We know that.
You don't have to apologize for that record against the top players going on to win a Grand Slam title. Of course, he himself came up with a huge surprise on this very court to win the United States Open against Pete Sampras in 2001. Straight sets.
Winning Wimbledon was a nice effort for him as well. Hewitt beating David Nalbandian in a baseline final, making Hewitt the first ever baseline Aussie to win at the All England Club.
He had that one lined up. He had set up Dent with 2 inside-out forehands. He got a little nervous on this one. That's a chance for Dent at 3-4, 30 all. Crowd senses it too. This is what, to me, exactly what Dent needs to do. A classic chip charge. He's got the hands in net. That's his best weapon along with the serve. This is a chance for him to potentially serve out this second set.
Taylor Dent breaks and takes a 5-3 lead.
Best part of it is how he pumped up and looked so into it now. And you see this forehand, he's got the inside out, or the Western grip, and he can hit it with some pace. The way he's got those eyes on the ball until he hits it. This is good to see, because this, to me, will greatly increase his chance of winning this match. He holds here. This is all level.
Yeah, let's see if he can back up the break and square this match at 1-all.
He loves that net right now, because a couple games ago down break point, he got the lucky net cord.
Struck that with conviction, didn't he?
Well, he doesn't need to hit at 140. I mean, if he can place the ball at 115, 120, that would be plenty good enough, as good as he volleys. He's going to get a first serve. He broke his string. You know, I saw Elliot Telcher before the match. He was saying, you know, he doesn't need to. He's absolutely right. He's got to get that percentage up. There's Elliot, who was a former top 10 player.
And Elliot used to work with Taylor Dent as a personal coach. He said it was a little frustrating that one time Taylor Dent played Agassi. He lost to him. And after the match, here's a broken string. After the match, Elliot said to Taylor, "So how do you think you served?" And Elliot said, "What do you mean? I hit 141. And Elliot said, "Yeah, but Andre won the point." I think he was a bit too much of a speed merchant.
There's a 123 for the ace down the middle, and 2 points from the set.
Much better second serve percentage from the beginning of the match, and certainly much more effective at the net.
Many a coach, Mary, including his father, have told him he doesn't need to blow every serve by his opponent.
Especially if they don't get blown by. If he's just going for big shots and his percentages are low and he gets broken.
Well, guess what? It's about to be one set off.
Second set, 20 of 24 at the net. Hewitt says no to one set point.
It's ironic that the hardest serve he hit, which was the first serve that went in at 133, went by him almost as fast. If I were him here, I would take something off the serve and really try to place it.
Hewitt in a denial mode.
That's in.
3 set points gone for Taylor Dent.
Well, you got to credit Hewitt, though. Those are 3 first serves. I mean, he's stepping up here. That is unbelievably good topspin lob winner.
There he gets the winner. And he sliced it wide at 113. He just needs some coaching, John.
Yeah, that's all.
4th set point.
Hewitt saw he was going to kick that ball, the American twist, so he could step in closer. He wasn't going to be able to hit it that hard. Doesn't want to give away the serve he's going to hit.
A handful now of set points. That'd be discouraging for Dent. 5 chances and Hewitt 5 denials.
Well, all you have to do to get less discouraged is think of where he was 10, 15 minutes ago.
And he was 5-love down and did rally to get 3 games in the opening set before Hewitt prevailed. Here's another chance.
needs a first serve on one of these set points.
Trouble in that ad court.
So there's an incredible half volley by Dent. That was Federer-like. How aggressive he was. He didn't just push it right here. He really went after it. And that was very well done. You should slice this ball away from Hewitt here. Take a little off to the center. That worked. There it is.
The seventh was the lucky number 4, Taylor Dent. There, one set all. Who has a big game, the 18-year-old from India, will be on court next, and that'll be followed by Serena and Venus Williams battling to the quarterfinals. At Wimbledon, you'll remember Jill Kravis defeated Serena Williams in the 3rd round, denying the matchup for the sisters in the 4th round. Some felt that helped Venus, took some of the pressure off, but she then was a different player, that's for certain, in the second week, as she played marvelous tennis, the best of the year for her in capturing the Wimbledon title.
Taylor's upset with himself because he didn't put enough on that volley. The wind's kicked up, make it a little trickier. That's harder for the serve and volley and better for the guy who plays the higher percentage game. Serve volley more precise. He had a point he should have won at when he was up love 40. Didn't. Hewitt got himself out of trouble. Now he's got 2 break points.
16-14.
And wind swirling, the flag usually blowing just the opposite of the wind direction on court as it swirls down into this giant cavern. Two chances for the lead Hewitt here in the 3rd set. Two saves for Dent.
Hewitt's tossing his racket because he really just wanted to make Dent play there. He clearly mishandled that return. Normally does much better with that. He's feeling the heat. That's going to go wide.
Wind will blow that wide. Good comeback out of 15-40 so far for Dent. Now a point for 2-all. Broad shoulders, deceptive when you see him on television. He's much taller than you might think. He's 6'2". That was big. 128. If you thought last season's finale of CSI was riveting, wait till you see what happens next. Brace yourself for the season premiere of CSI, September 22nd on America's Most Watched Network, CBS. Hewitt, little change of pace for him coming to the net and pays the price.
Well, he's clearly on the side where he's a little against the wind, and his ball floated, which allowed Dent the luxury of some time. There you go. That's what the crowd's going to really respond to, and they do. Conditions are perfect for Dent, and in the sense that there's not much humidity. They played 2 sets very quickly, just over an hour, so a lot of positive signs for him right now. Colleen's been very sharp the last hour.
Oh, just missed wide. Good effort by Dent.
And Dent earlier this summer played very well into the finals of the hardcore tournament in Indianapolis, and there he couldn't finish the match, retired against Robbie Jeanette at 3-love in the third down from the heat. So, John, you're absolutely right. These conditions are much better for him, especially having to play a 3- or 5-set match against a guy who loves to grind.
I feel like he's hovering at the net. Much more difficult for Hewitt to pass him. This is why Taylor Dent is so dangerous.
Just did get his stick on that volley, enough for it to drop short. And set up that. 2 break points for the lead for Dent. So since that 5-love start, things have become rocky for the Rock. We pause for a word from your local station. And serves with the lead, 3-2. And the double fault. Just adjacent to Ash Stadium out on the practice courts, Andre Agassi, the number 7 seed, fresh from a excellent win in 4 sets against Tomas Berdych yesterday, tuning up for his date tomorrow in Xavier Malisse. Some looking ahead, John McEnroe, feel that Andre should be favored to get all the way to the finals. Do you agree?
Well, yes, I do. I mean, it's just if the body is up to the task at 35. He's had 2 tough matches in a row. Tricky matches that he's going to obviously breathing a big sigh of relief he's gotten through. Malisse, he's 7-0 lifetime, who he plays next. The matchup that people, Robredo's playing well, we saw last night, beating Grosjean. He plays James Blake. Now, obviously, Agassi, Blake, if that were a quarter, there'd be some energy Wednesday night. I think you watch out for Coria, too. He's quietly moving along but playing some great tennis.
These young Americans feeding off each other's success in this Open.
Robbie Ginepri, I think, dug deeper. His fitness level has improved. You saw that pay off for him in the 5th set against Haas last night. Now Dent showing what he's capable of. done that was. That was an extremely difficult play, but he kept his body down, kept the racket in front of him, and he just guided it beautifully up the line.
That Ferrer-Rabati match underway. 3-all. The winner of that to meet the winner of this one. Dent at 129 miles an hour to punctuate the game with his 11th ace and leads 4-2. And the dead are talking and one woman is listening. Jennifer Love Hewitt stars in the show critics call surefire hit Ghost Whisperer. Premieres September 23rd on CBS, America's most watched network. Ghost Whisperer. This has really been a turnabout for Taylor Dent and Lleyton Hewitt as well, as Hewitt just stormed out to a 5-love lead. Just nothing much in contention from Dent, and then a different player appeared.
That early start perhaps affected him. There was no energy here. He just didn't seem to come out ready to play. Credit Hewitt for coming out strong, but you see what Dent is capable of. Why people have touted him. And he's beaten Safin this year. He's beaten Albandian. He beat Lleyton.
Coria too, didn't he?
Coria.
Taste of his own medicine as Hewitt.
Hewitt's won the doubles here, so he's solid at net. Roger Rashid, his coach, encourages him to come in more often, especially if he can have a touch as good as that. On the full run. I mean, first his forehand pushes himself back into the center of the court and just rips a winner up the line.
Dent, who was ever so close to earning a medal at the Athens Olympics. Set all, but Taylor Dent in the lead here in the third, 4-3. The one lead, Taylor Dent serving here at a set all 4-3 against Lleyton Hewitt.
This is a clubhouse turn for Taylor Dent, isn't it? He's broken the first 2 times he served in this match, but has held 10 straight times since, fighting all 3 breakpoint chances. And if he can keep this up, and look how effective he's become at the net after that first set, where he wasn't.
Oh, my, at the open court.
That's just, when you say speed kills, there's an example of it right there, because he looked to be out of the point. Most players wouldn't even gotten to this ball, but he forces Dent to hit a tough shot. Instead of being 15, 30, or 35, you're now down love 40.
Weisbeck, Cartwright, Hewitt there on the left. They were married in the beautiful Opera House in Sydney a few months ago. Hewitt showing why he's the number 3 seed in this championship. Breaks Dent at love to even the score at 4-all here in the third.
You see CBS's swing vision here with keeping an eye on Lleyton Hewitt's footwork, which is about the best in the business. Stays on the balls of his feet. It's a lot harder to run if you're on your heels, right? You gotta be ready to move.
And even as he's hitting the ball, he's working his way back into the court. Tremendous lateral movement. He shrinks the court for his opponents.
Oh, he hits both lines.
Oh, he missed that one.
17-2, the U.S. players, that's men and women, in the last 10 matches have won all 10. Last night, Lindsay Davenport and Robbie Ginepri finishing a terrifically successful Saturday for American players. There was just a collective groan throughout the tennis world here in the U.S. when Andy Roddick was upset in the opening round. But how refreshing to see the Dents and Ginepris and James Blake.
The pressure here on Hewitt again. Looks to seize the momentum, breaking at love. Now he's down love 30. And missed that forehand he knew he should have made, and now he throws in a double fault, probably still thinking about it.
His 5th double.
There was an opportunity with a second serve at love 30. Hewitt's just double faulted. He's going to be a little tentative. That's where you come in. You attack him and allow him to get his rhythm and groove back. Here again, 15-30. Good time to force him to hit a tough passing shot. The shot that I think Hewitt will, if he utilizes that more often, they can win him another major, because he's got a great backhand up the line. Again, this is, to me, Dent being a little tentative. Tremendous play by Hewitt. He's got that shot. He should use it more often.
Nice accumulation of backhand winners from Hewitt's end. A dozen.
He had his chance then, didn't he? He had a moment in there, and it's unusual for Lleyton Hewitt, after getting a break, to play a sloppy mental game right away. But he did start off this game that way, and then he recovered.
3 second serves in a row that Dent stayed back on.
Yep.
I know what you're thinking, J.P. McEnroe.
Well, yeah, but the game's not over yet. See, still, and again, here he comes. He's playing so well at net. Logic tells me he should do that, especially coming in on that second serve.
Well, here's another chance. That went in.
He forced Hewitt in. Hewitt with that Western grip had him. Picked the ball up. And so he knew he had a chance, but I'm sure Hewitt wasn't expecting that good an angle. Tremendous shot by Taylor Dent. Here's the break point.
It's long, and Dent breaks back. He'll serve for the lead when we return to Flushing Meadows.
So, some people are saying that Andy Roddick has lost his mojo. Well, if that is true, then who is this handsome devil in the cowboy hat? Just spoke to Andy, said, Mojo, I will see you first thing in the morning at practice. And I said, yes, you will. We're at 11:30. Said, Mojo, no. Redemption does not hit the snooze button. The guy's my hero.
CSI, the new season, Thursday, September 22nd on CBS.
Imagine the possibilities. A Labor Day.
So 24-year-old Taylor Dent from Newport Beach, California, now residing in Florida, serves for a 2-1 lead against favored Lleyton Hewitt here at 5-4.
He should go to that Hewitt forehand, which has been looking a little squirrely lately. Lleyton missed 2 forehands in that last game and with a double fault as well. That's tremendously played volley from Dent. So assured and really knifed it.
15.
Made sure he struck this second volley well.
I was just about to say he's kept his composure and his calm on those half volleys, which are very difficult, but he doesn't want to be doing that too often. And that's what Hewitt can pull off, particularly when he has to, or he has a chance to hit second serves.
It's another half volley.
Guys can't seem to hold right now. This is incredible. Third set has really gone back and forth. That's the ball you got to go after. To try to lob over your opponent there, not a good decision.
Dent had the lead 4-3 broken, then Hewitt broken right back, and now 2 break chances for Hewitt. And another second ball. There it is. 5-all.
He sees that Dent's kicking that ball up. It's some topspin, so he's moving in, taking it before it gets up too high on him. And this has been surprising. Unpredictable right now. The crowd sort of doesn't know what's happening.
Well, Hewitt in trouble the entire set. It started it at low 40, able to save that opening game as the Aussie contingent offers support. And Dent finally broke for a 3-2 lead. Hewitt took it back to go 4-all, and then Dent broke Hewitt for 5-4, serve for the set, and broken by Hewitt, who wants it.
Lleyton, like Dent, had only been broken twice coming into this match. He's already been broken 4 times today, and in each of those break games, he double faulted. Tighter than we're used to seeing from him in the first week.
Flip the line for 30 love.
People talked about how his quarter of the draw is pretty open, but he knows how dangerous Dent is. Dent can make you a little jittery out there.
And Dent beat him earlier this year, the hard courts of Adelaide, his hometown.
No, that's nice.
That's a tremendous angle. You can't hit an approach shot any better than that. Here comes Dent.
I still think, John, that you've got to take the running game away from Hewitt if you're going to approach. You can hit it down the middle like that.
And the ace for Lleyton Hewitt is his sixth. 6-5 on serve in the third. Dent serves at 5-6. Twice he served with the lead here in the third set and was broken. Sunday Fair will feature the women next with #1 seed Maria Sharapova, her breakthrough year last year, winning Wimbledon, and Sonia Mirza, her first appearance here at the U.S. Open, and she has certainly broken through. And then Serena and Venus Williams, each with a pair of U.S. Open titles, will battle for the right to move on into the second week. Mirza, we first saw her at the Australian Open and against Serena in the third round, and her forehand is eye-catching.
It's a big-time save from Dent.
15 all.
I think thought it would go by him. He must have some sort of weird spin or something that threw Hewitt off. He hit it as well as he wanted to.
$83 times to the net. And a double fault.
That's a lot of tough physical work coming into the net so much, and because he's a lot of guy, that when he's moving forward, it's not easy for him to back up and handle lobs as well, which Hewitt has been throwing at him. This is a very physical match for both players. There's another lob. You don't want to have to play that much ball when you're serving. You're Taylor Dent. It's just what Lleyton Hewitt does.
He hits this lob, and there's the split second with Dent standing there, and Hewitt just makes him pay.
2 set points now for Lleyton Hewitt. In a set in which his opponent has had control 2 different times. Nice angle, deep volley for Dent there to save 1.
30.
Three pressure points played by Dent to dig out of 2 set points against. And now a chance for a tiebreak.
If ever, I guess Hewitt missed 3 straight returns.
Well, it took Dent his 7th set point to finally convert and square the match in the second set. Now here's the 3rd set point for Hewitt.
Deuce,
Deuce, rather. Deuce.
big serve into the body. That's a serve you don't see as much in the sport. Can be very effective, especially with that pace coming at an opponent. It's a chance to go to a third set breaker. 2 in a row into the body, pay off.
Well, he dug deep and came up with the goods. Taylor Dent. A tie break we go. A set all and a tie break for the pivotal third.
6 games all.
Serve into the body.
Tiebreak.
Again, you see it much less than in the old days because there aren't a lot of silver volleyers, but it's a very good play. If you have you've got the kind of volley you can trust, serve it into the guy and look for that first volley.
If you're staying back, it's a good serve. Keep your opponent off balance.
They're both taking time after that one.
Great defense by Hewitt, but Dent persevered and takes the early mini break.
Well, he needs a lot of explosive power to be able to play the kind of tennis he's trying to play against this guy. And fitness has been an issue in Taylor Dent's career. I think it's one of the reasons he hasn't had a breakout major yet, having to play 3 out of 5 set matches. He's hanging tough so far.
Great start for Dent.
3 years ago here, he gave Agassi everything he could handle in the round of 16. 2 sets to 1 retired with hamstring problems. We feel that for Taylor, it's more important to be up 2 sets to 1.
Closing in on 100 trips to the net is Taylor Dent, and he's being rewarded.
Yeah, he's not just coming in, he's backing it up with some excellent net play. Here's the double.
And a double falls to 5 points to 0, and a chance to serve it out right here.
More often you see Hewitt rattled, blowing those couple set points. This set looks over for him. Not one to give up, though, here.
Dent.
No matter what the odds, Dick, he will keep fighting.
Ferrer and Rabati to meet the winner of this one, and David Ferrer, the Spaniard, takes the tiebreak for the first set. 9-7 in the tiebreak. 5-1 in this breaker. And now 5 set points. does stick his teeth into it right down to the final point of a set.
It's obviously a desperate time for Hewitt. 5 set points down, but he's still giving it his all. A long way back from 6-1.
And that's long, and Taylor Dent leads 2-1. Well, Taylor Dent leading 2-1. Missed a volley to open this 4th set. And another.
Hewitt is 16-8 lifetime in 5 setters. And a sub 500 record, so it's safe to say at 3-4 that Taylor would like to get this over with right now. He lost to Lleyton in 5 sets 4 years ago at Wimbledon.
Not quite as hot as it is today, nor were the points as long in that one. Well, the breeze much cooler. That's 3 missed volleys.
This cooled off here at the end of this first week. No humidity. And he's got himself a little prom. First game of the 4th set. Up on that ball. He's getting seriously edgy out there, Hewitt.
And double fault, and Hewitt grabs the first game of this 4th set.
First game, 4th set.
Coverage of the U.S. Open on CBS Sports is sponsored by IBM, TIAA Cref, Lexus, and by Sprint.
It's almost as if the Farmer's Almanac can predict a year in advance, because it seems every year the hot, humid, summery conditions first week, and then the wind turns and comes from the north, and that's how we have it today. 12 miles an hour, gusts up to 20. Temperature 80 degrees, ideal for fans and players. Mentioned that Dent at the Olympics made it to the semifinals and looked as if he was on his way to the gold medal final, but lost 16-14 in the 3rd set for the bronze to Fernando Gonzalez of Chile. Gonzalez plays later today. He's still in the tournament.
Incredible touch from Dent. That's particularly harsh for Dent, Dick, because when they first brought tennis back into the Olympics, they would give the bronze medal to both semifinalists. They changed that, and then they had the 2 semifinalists play off. Only one gets it. And it was Gonzalez of Chile won the bronze. Nicolas Massou won the gold. They won the doubles. It's unbelievable effort from those two.
What a moment for the country of Chile.
Never had they won a gold medal in the Summer Olympic Games. They won 2 there.
And in tennis, so much world competition. Well, here's a slight opening for Dent to answer back.
Gonzalez plays David Nalbandian later today. And that's in the Federer quarter of the draw.
Winners today to the final 16. Just moments ago, is Serena Williams out on the practice court along with Andre Agassi. Serena, of course, and Venus to duel in the final match on Arthur Ashe this afternoon, as consolidating his lead 2-love is Hewitt here in the 4th. Thursday, September 15th, 16 new survivors who will be tested like never before. There'll be plenty of big twists, and not just 1 but 2 this year. Survivor Guatemala premieres September 15th on CBS, America's most watched network.
Hewitt wants to continue to make Dent play hard each and every point. Just don't want to give up any love games. And if he doesn't break here, let's make him have to put out the effort, so that he'll have less to give when Hewitt serves. And maybe less left in the tank if they go to a 5th set. Points just like that. Have him stretched out. That wears you down. Mentally as well as physically.
Hewitt, who was #1 in the world at the end of 2001 and 2002. He's currently ranked 4th third seed here. He has 24 titles in his outstanding career at age 24. That's third best among the active players. Andre Agassi was 60. Roger Federer 31, and then Hewitt at 24. Based upon current events, American Express and the USTA will be donating funds. We'll tell you more about that during the rest of the American Express Aces program to support the Red Cross Hurricane Katrina relief efforts. For every ace here at Arthur Ashe, the American Express card will donate $100 to the effort. So Taylor Dent trying to chip in with his contribution with his serving power. 23,000 seat Ashe Stadium. This fourth round action between Taylor Dent and Lleyton Hewitt. Hewitt, the number 3 seed, in the lead here in the fourth set, but Dent up 2-1. The third round with these men working toward the final 16, the winners into the final 16. Yesterday's winners have made it to the fourth round.
That ball looked like it clipped the outside of the line.
Not for me, no.
Did not get the call. Always doubly annoying when you go on to lose the point. Get a perfect serve, gets called out.
All right, Mr. Barrister.
Not that it's ever happened to you.
Bring back bad memories.
Fergus Murphy is right there, right in front of us. Yell out at him. Let him know for crying out.
I like it up here.
He's got to keep his head up, Taylor Dent. He can get down on himself sometimes, and you don't even think about doing that when you're trying to beat Lleyton Hewitt.
Especially when you're up 2-1.
Exactly.
This is our 6th meeting with Hewitt winning all but one, but that was early this year that Dent pulled off in Adelaide, Hewitt's hometown.
He's stocky looking, but you pointed out earlier, Dick, he's taller than he seems, about 6'2". He's gotten up nicely today and effective with that overhead.
The 9th seed, Petrova, excusing the 16-year-old. Ferrer up a set. Verdasco against Djokovic, who has made a rumble here. A young 18-year-old in the big game.
14.
Well, the 18-year-olds, two immensely popular players. Maria Sharapova, the number 1 seed, and Sonia Mirza of India next. And after they leave the court, it'll be Serena and Venus Williams. There, unable to convert the volley, and it's Hewitt extending his lead to 3-1 here in the fourth. Critics call Threshold tense, intelligent, scary. Don't miss the premiere of Threshold, September 16th on CBS, America's most watched network. What was it? Was that? How did they describe that? Tense, intelligent, and scary. Producer Bob Monsbach said they thought you thought I was talking about you again. I can't. Where's he getting that stuff? Bob Fishman, our director, showing you all these good shots. There is a good shot delivered by Hewitt.
He must be talking about when our kids play together on a play date. Tell them to behave themselves.
Your kids and his kids?
Yeah.
It's just real bad body language right now from Taylor Dent. It's as though he knows he's lost this fourth set. The fact is, he's gotten himself out of big holes against one of the most tenacious players out there. He's got to know he can continue to do it. He's got to believe it.
Just missed one.
I don't like when he starts doing this. I've seen him do that a lot, Taylor. Starts flipping his racket around and poking at it and just getting down.
This man's expression hardly ever changes.
But you notice how quiet he's been. Not a lot of fist pumping, not a lot of come-ons. He knows that this is a potentially hostile crowd for that kind of behavior.
First of all.
Love, Hewitt breaks to take a double break lead. Well on his way to scoring the match at 2 sets all.
And now
Lleyton Hewitt comfortable here in the 4th set. Double break up at 4-1. Seems destined now that we're going to see this 3rd round battle decided in 5. Microcosm of what happened at the start of the match when Hewitt broke Dent twice to start things and ran off to a 5-love lead before Dent awakened and took the next 2 sets.
But part of this is Dent not sure of how long he can keep this up, so he's letting this one go pretty quickly. It'll be about 2.5 hours after 4 sets. So that he'll have, and he knows there's a tiebreaker in the 5th. So he sort of looks like he's saving himself a little bit. He hasn't put out a whole lot in this 4th set. Mental and physical letdown. It took a lot out of him to win the 3rd set in the tiebreak. He's going to have to regroup.
And Hewitt giving nothing. He just puts his foot down heavier.
But what he's going to want to do is make sure he holds at this 5-1 game, so at least in the 5th set he can start off serving.
Easy hold, 5-1 Hewitt.
And if Taylor is able to get himself fitter, then he perhaps won't have to do this in the future in his career. But at the moment, you know, I think he's gotten himself fitter than he's been, but maybe not quite sure of himself yet. So it's also a good net player when he picks his spots.
And the drama here to see whether or not he can hold. Force Hewitt to serve it out, and then he would then start the 5th set on serve. Father Phil in the red shirt.
That was a great doubles player, also a top 20 singles player.
Made it all the way to the Australian finals where he lost to Jimmy Connors in 1974. Here's the section in which these two men are playing with Ferreira and Rabati. Ferreira up a set to meet them in the 4th round. Young Djokovic has offered a little thunder to this championship. A couple chances here to force Hewitt to serve it out. Playing a little more spirited, as you suggested, John. And it will be Lleyton Hewitt serving to level the match at 5-2 when we return to New York. Ash Stadium, 23,000 strong. And at 5-2, Hewitt serving to level the match. Outside, one of the many additions this year, big draw boards. And you see up on top there, Sharapova, #1 seed, and Sonia Mirza. They'll be next up here on this court, followed by Serena and Venus Williams. There's Venus and Serena, the other part of that section, as they play because of their seeds. Venus 10th and Serena 8th, playing in the 4th round instead of their more accustomed final weekend when we've seen them play so many times, including the first 2 primetime finals here of the U.S. Open. Points from the 5th set now at 30-15 Hewitt. Set points as Lleyton's wife Beck applauds, a television star, voted the top performer down in Australia, her show. And to a final set go Lleyton Hewitt and Taylor